Hello friends, welcome to the MJM Horror channel. Today we have a new scary story about a battle between Kong and a creature that is influenced by Skar King, in which Kong faces terrible events. So please be with me as always. Kong was a solitary king. The Hollow Earth, his domain, was a world of perpetual twilight, a place where shadows clung like hungry parasites. He had defeated Skar King, the monstrous tyrant, but the echoes of the battle still haunted him. The abyssal energies, unleashed during their conflict, had seeped into the very core of the Hollow Earth, mutating life forms and twisting the landscape into grotesque parodies of nature. Now a new terror was stirring. It began with the whispers. At first, they were faint, carried on the subterranean winds like the breath of the dead. But they grew louder, more insistent, forming a cacophony of fear that echoed through the caverns. They spoke of a darkness older than time, a primordial evil that slept beneath the earth's crust. Kong dismissed the whispers as a lingering cause of his battle with Skar King, but as they turned into weeks, strange occurrences began to plague his domain. Creatures with glowing, otherworldly eyes emerged from the depth, their forms distorted and grotesque. The ground trembled with unseen forces, and the familiar landmarks of the Hollow Earth shifted and changed. Then the nightmares came. Kong dreamt of a sky painted crimson, of a world above consumed by shadow. In these visions, he saw himself as a monstrous, shadowy figure, a titan of darkness. And at the heart of this nightmare was a symbol, a glyph of ancient, forbidden power. Driven by a growing sense of dread, Kong began to explore the depth of the Hollow Earth. He ventured into regions he had never dared to tread before, places where the light of bioluminescent fungi failed to penetrate. The deeper he descended, the more the whispers intensified, until they formed a chorus of despair that echoed in his mind. Finally, he found it, a cavernous chamber hidden deep within the earth's crust. The air was thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the faint hum of an unseen force. At the center of the chamber was a monolithic structure, covered in the same glyphs Kong had seen in his nightmares. It pulsed with a dark, otherworldly energy. As Kong approached the structure, the whispers reached a crescendo and the ground began to tremble. The monolithic structure erupted in a blinding flash of light, and a vortex of darkness opened before him. From within emerged a creature unlike anything Kong had ever encountered. It was a colossal, amorphous mass, its form shifting and changing constantly. Its eyes, when they formed, were voids of pure blackness that seemed to draw him in. The creature opened its maw, and a sound unlike any other echoed through the cavern. It was a primal scream, a howl of pure, unadulterated evil. And as the creature unleashed its fury, Kong realized that his battle for survival was far from over. The darkness that awakened was a force beyond comprehension, a cosmic horror that threatened to consume not just the Hollow Earth, but the entire planet. The battle that ensued was a cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. The Hollow Earth shook as the Titan ape and the abyssal horror clashed. Mountains of rock crumbled, and the very foundations of the subterranean world trembled. Kong fought with a feral fury, but the creature was an embodiment of the darkness itself, impervious to pain and seemingly without end. With each passing moment, Kong felt his strength waning. The wounds he inflicted upon the creature seemed to heal almost instantly, while his own grew deeper and more debilitating. Yet he refused to yield. The fate of the Hollow Earth, and perhaps the world above, rested on his shoulders. As the battle raged, the creature began to change. It grew larger, its form becoming more defined, more terrifying. Its eyes, those bottomless pits of darkness, seemed to draw Kong in, promising oblivion. In a desperate gamble, Kong unleashed a final, earth-shattering roar, gathering every ounce of his remaining strength. With a thunderous blow, Kong struck the creature at its core. The abyssal horror convulsed, then erupted in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, the creature was gone, vanished without a trace. But in its place was a growing darkness, a void that seemed to swallow the light. Exhausted beyond measure, Kong collapsed. As consciousness slipped away, he looked up at the growing darkness and saw a reflection of himself. A creature born of primal instinct, transformed by the horrors of the Hollow Earth, and now faced with a darkness that defied comprehension. In the end, Kong wasn't just a protector, but a prisoner of the abyss. The battle was far from over. The darkness had merely retreated, biding its time, waiting for the moment when it could strike again. And when it did, Kong knew he would be ready. For in the depth of his despair, a flicker of hope remained, a determination to endure, to fight, to protect. After all, in a world consumed by shadow, even the smallest light can cast a long shadow. Thanks to my dear friends who watched the story till the end. So if you enjoyed today's horror video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And I leave it to the great God until Thursday.